It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Cantillon. It's a bottle of the Iris coming in at 6% ABV. There's a look at the label. I picked this beer up. There's the bottle cap first. And the cork. I picked this beer up at Cantillon last year. Had a wonderful time in Brussels in 2015 at the Beer Bloggers Conference. I decided to put an extra year on the age of this beer. Let's get it open. Yeah, I decided to put a year on this beer because I opened one kind of fresh when there we go. When I came back, and it wasn't very carbonated, so I've decided to put an extra 6 to 8 months on this aging, and look at the difference. There's a huge difference on that beautiful carbonation. It's a 2-finger, slightly off-white head with a lovely amber coloured ale. The difference between Iris and the other beers, I was just reading the back of the label, is that there's no wheat in this beer. It's a pure malt Lambic. So it's aged in oak for 2 years. And then it's kind of dry hopped at the end. Marvellous beers from Cantillon. Slightly hazy as you would expect. Lovely, as you rock that beer back and forth, look at that lovely carbonation. Chasing the head of the glass. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, and I've just drunk the Curvy St. Gilloux. I'll show you. I'm having a bit of a Cantillon party today. It's 29 degrees outside, so I've got some nice cold beers. I'm going to take them on the garden, sit and chill. The difference with that is you could definitely get more of a. It was more. The Lambic was more prominent. When I say the Lambic, the spontaneous fermentation, the yeast was more prominent, that sourness. In here, you do get more of an element in the aroma of... You definitely pick up more malt. More of a biscuity, bready aroma. Should we dive in? Cheers. Wow. Oh. Stone the Crows, what an awesome beer. Ultimately, just an amazing sour beer then. Oh, it's fabulous. My goodness. I don't know how this is between the two beers. I didn't necessarily open these two beers to do a side-by-side look, but while they're open I might as well. Here's the two beers then. But for some reason, and perhaps you guys can comment on this, the Iris is so much more sour than the Gilloux. Look at the difference in the colour. That's a pure malt beer. That's got some wheat in it. So that, okay, yeah, it is sour, but it's more of a mellow sour. This, on the other hand, is a full-on Stone the Crows kind of mind-bogglingly, amazingly sour beer. It's almost, it's so dry, it's so crisp. It's almost kind of, I feel like my teeth have been cleaned by it. It's that funny, it's kind of stripped my teeth of anything that was on there. Perhaps my breakfast, but it's, everything, my mouth feels completely clean and refreshed. It's almost like I put bicarbonate of soda in there. But obviously there's no bicarbonate of soda taste. I'm just talking about the feeling of my mouth. But it's dry, the sourness is amazing, you do get the malt, it's nice, it's a level of sweetness in there, but the sourness on this bit is just absolutely fantastic. And you get a nice bitterness on the back end. I am really, really excited by this beer. It is, for me, Iris, this is the one. This is the one. I've had a few Cantillon beers now. And I think if I was to choose one to say that was my favourite, it would either be like the raspberry lambic, or maybe this Iris. I think it might be this Iris that is my favourite, because I'm an extreme flavour type of guy. Because I've drank over 3,000 beers now, in my mind I've drank lots and lots of bitters and IPAs and stouts and porters. I'm looking for the extreme. I'm looking for, because naturally if you do anything 3,000 times, you can get a little bit lethargic, and you need to always push the boundaries of life. And this beer is pushing the boundaries of my palate, and it's why I got into beer in the first place. It's why I still love beer. Beer is just the most amazing thing to me in the world. I think it's the most precious thing, apart from my wife and children. It's the most precious thing to me in the world, and that's because it's just so varied. There's so many different styles, so many different flavours, so many different extremes with flavours. Extreme bitterness in IPAs, extreme sourness in terms of this. You can have extreme kind of dark maltiness in beers. You can have extreme whiskey style beers. It just goes on. I could stand here for the next hour rattling off extreme flavours to you. But I'm just going to wrap up this review then with a massive Stone the Crows for Cantillon Iris. It's an incredible beer then. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Oh, I've not rated it. Should we rate it? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.